Welcome to Six Figs. I'm Kyle, and in today's video, we've got a very special guest here from TacoDao. And basically, TacoDao is like the S&P 500, but for crypto. And TacoDao is building this incredible portfolio of crypto tokens, primarily found within the Internet Computer Protocol ecosystem. And here I have Taco with me. So welcome aboard, man. I hope you brought some tacos and some alpha here because I'm super excited about your project, man.
Thanks for having me, and I am very excited too. And yeah, let's get right to the updates because the team has been hard at work. Like you said, we've been building an incredible DAO-powered portfolio, and that portfolio is maturing. We've got over 17,000 ICP in that portfolio, and the value is holding well, where I think as of the last time I checked, within 1% of if we had just held ICP. So considering how active we are, how volatile ICP alts are, the fact that it really hasn't been too great of a time in the last month or two that we've been deploying capital, I'm encouraged by the early signs. So with that being said, we are rolling out sort of the next stages of the plan, and it gets more fun for everyone involved. The first thing I want to talk about is Taco does not have voting rewards like a lot of other DAO tokens. A lot of tokens, you log in, you vote yes, you probably don't even pay attention to what you're voting to. Maybe you always vote no because that's a little more fun. But you get paid. You get paid in APY for that, and there's inflation on the token. So everyone in the DAO is paying for those votes. We have a little bit different of a way of doing things. It took some custom coding, but we think it's well worth it. There's no inflation to Taco, but what we are doing is every week, everyone who makes allocation choices, and if you haven't done that lately and you're part of the DAO, you should go do that now. Everyone who makes those choices is going to be rated against each other. And based on how good your choices are, how well your choices perform over the course of that week, we are going to reward you with Taco tokens from our treasury. So not minting new tokens, but just giving from the supply. What makes that a little bit juicier is the team is going to abstain from that. So they're not going to drain on the rewards. And our big whale Borovin has agreed to abstain from those rewards as well. So the minority is going to get all of the rewards in the early going here, and we really want people to participate. You have any questions about that or anything you want to dig in on?
No, it sounds great. And if you guys haven't checked out the tokenomics, I'll post a link to TacoDAO's website and you guys can check it out. But really, when you start thinking about it, like, there's only what, 14 million tokens in existence? Is that right?
No, it's all 7,777.
That's
Yeah.
right. That's right. So think about this, guys. This thing has some insane potential to really reach some, you know, higher value prices. So I'm super bullish in the fact that you guys are not going to be minting any more tokens. And that's just, to me, like, so huge because we've seen how toxic some of these inflationary settings can get, especially during like bear times and things like that. So that's a big tip of the hat to you.
Thank you very much. We are excited. We did it much faster than we thought we would. So hats off to the dev. Masks off to the dev, but not really. So the next thing I want to talk about is our reporting suite. So we've got these great rewards and people want to know sort of how they're doing against others. So we're going to be rolling out a leaderboard on our rewards. We're also going to be offering more detailed sort of analytic type reporting so people can go in, see the value of the portfolio over time, see how the value has changed of our tokens, trusted tokens, over time, and watch our allocations over time. And then the fun part is they'll also be able to compare their own choices to the DAO's choices to see, hey, would I have done better on my own, or did the DAO really save my skin with this? And probably it'll vary from week to week, but in the long term, we think the DAO will save your skin. So that also is coming very soon, early September at the latest.
That should be fun.
Yeah. it's kind of fundamental, but once again, the devs are doing a great job, and it's going to be it's going to add a lot of color to the people who get involved's experience. So we're excited to get all that ready at the same time.
Yeah,
The
absolutely.
next one, the next big occurrence, and sorry to try to rattle them off so fast, but I know it's hard to keep people's attention. Our next big development that is also coming right around the corner, and I forgot to mention this one to you, but it's going to help us with the normies and the people who are not that into crypto.
Hmm.
I call it our easy button, or it's our fast food window, maybe. People who have a Coinbase account or whatever sex just need to get their ICP, send it to their TacoDao wallet address,
Hmm.
and click this easy button, and we will swap it to Taco, stake the Taco, and hotkey it for you. So you can start being part of the DAO, start voting on our proposals, and start helping with our allocations without all of the really complicated technical steps that you put in your last video. So sorry to make you do a video and then make it obsolete, but
Yeah.
we might have to do a time comparison in a new video this month.
Yeah, it sounds pretty slick. I mean, I'm all for it. Let's face it, a lot of people, they're on cell phones or whatever. They just want to send the ICP to the wallet, press a button, and then just have the code do the rest of the work for them. I think making that super easy is definitely going to help the onboarding aspect of, getting people into the DAO big time.
Yeah. It's hard enough to get people to click one link. You start
Yeah.
asking them to go back and forth, and no matter how good the tutorial is, you can lose someone in any step. So this cut a few steps off, and we think it's going to be impactful. And once again, rolling it all out this month.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Excited. And the last development for the community is actually just from today. The results are coming in, and TacoDao applied for 2 voting neuron grants, and it looks like we are going to get both of them.
Nice.
So going forward, we are going to be voting on a regular basis on SNS and Neuron Fund topics and proposals, and also participant and node management. So we are going to be the gatekeepers of the ICP network and not let any bad actors in. And we are not going to let any crappy SNSs launch, or at least not without throwing a fit about it as a DAO. At least that's my plan.
Dude, that is awesome. And I mean, that's just like a big badge of honor and trust. And when you start to talk about like all these SNSs, like I've been around ICP for, the last 4 or 5 years or whatever. And I can't tell you like how many people or how many projects is just SNS'd and then just boom, they're gone, or they try to, and then they just luckily get shut down because there's the watchdogs, like yourself. So, thank you in advance for trying to flush some of those bad actors out of the system. It's very much needed. Definitely.
Yeah. We want good projects to invest in, not bad actors draining the ecosystem. And we've got a community driven process, just like our due diligence. We're going to have a discussion and we're going to vote on how the community thinks we should vote, and that will be binding. So it's a little bit different than a team getting these grants or an individual getting these grants, as has always been the case. We're the first DAO to actually get one of these and vote with our voting power on how to disposition each prop.
That's sick. Yeah, congratulations. I had no idea. This is absolutely wonderful to hear. So I think this will go far with the community as well. Again, just touching on that trust. It's so rare almost in crypto that you can actually trust a project to do the right thing. I mean, there's quite a few of them out there that obviously you can, but there's always these weird red flags, and to have you guys kind of gatekeep like that, is really nice.
Yeah. Well, the bigger we get, and when I say big, the more community members we get, the better we're going to get, and the more perspectives we'll have. So
Yeah.
hopefully people watching this that weren't quite sure, we made it easy enough. We we incentivized you enough. Come join our community. We will pay you some taco in merit-based rewards, and we will grow the community together and not get rugged.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I only have one more announcement, and it's definitely one that you know about. And it's that going forward, you and I are going to be doing a quick segment, hopefully weekly or even more often, calling it tentatively Taco Jack's Take. I am going to go through our due diligence reports on trusted tokens. I'll do the most current ones first, and then we will backfill six figs and give a summary for people who are too lazy to read these 10-page reports, which are really awesome. And I always learn something about them, but I think you and I can maybe find the really fun facts and highlight them for the community.
Absolutely. And for those watching that are not familiar with this, TacoDao does due diligence before they add any of these tokens to their portfolio. When I say they do due diligence, like they do diligence, and they basically lift up, you know, every floor tile they can and just scrape every little nook and cranny to find information about these projects. And they come out with these wonderful reports that just give you the DL straight. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I think you guys have done some very interesting things with that. You don't see that a lot out of any other projects. So yeah, definitely.
Appreciate that. And thanks for your partnership in getting the word out there.
Yeah, absolutely. So if you guys want to follow TacoDao, hit him up at TacoDao ICP on X, and give Taco Jack a follow at Taco Jack on X. And we'll see you guys on the next video. Stay tuned, like, subscribe, because we're going to be covering some very important due diligence reports, and you'll get the alpha on these projects. So peace. We'll see you guys on the next video.